testify, baby. Say that you're mine tonight. Oh, every time you come around, you keep my troubles far. A picture worth 1,000 words. I'd stare beneath the stars. Each day I'll be the one missing your face and all that you are. Save me. I promise I'd stay here by your side. And I know from the start, when I look into your eyes, I know that I'm mesmerized, baby. Just hold me. When you're here, I realize I'll be the one to testify, baby. Say that you're mine tonight. When I look into your eyes, I know that I'm mesmerized, baby. Just hold me. When you're here, I realize I'll be the one to testify, baby. Say that you're mine tonight.
Yes, it's me. Chatnya di mana?
Bebarengan sliramu ngiasi atiku, nyamanku mung ro koe, ora ono liyane. Sayangku aku tresno sliramu.
Duh sayang tresnoku iki ora bakal ilang. Janji setiaku ini aku isih kelingan. Koyo langit rembulan bakal tansah sesandingan. Tresnoku lan tresnomu bakal terus bersatu.
percaya sliramu mung siji. Dongoku ora bakal pisah karo kowe, selawase bakal
Matur nuwun pun tansah mayungi pas utane teka, ora ana sing iso ganteni kowe sing tak tresno.
rasa sayang iki ra bakal luntur saenteke umur kowe rasa sumelang sayang.
Tresno iki tulus marang sliramu wong bagus, kowe rasa kuwatir, aku ora bakal muntir.
Ora bakal nglungani coba putusane ning ati, matur Gusti iso dadi siji. Nuwun Gusti bakal dadi siji.
Saben
Ini
wayang
bro.
wengi mikirno isi ati, opo tenan no tresno iki dadi siji. Mantep panggonku mikir ra ono sithik kuwatir, crita iki bakal apik keukir. Yakin yakin oh yakin aku tenanan, sumpah janji ilokune tes tenan. Kurangku sepurane cenanane ngene. Sayang titip rogoku, titip rasa tresnoku, seneng iki mung kowe sing ngerti, dadi kanca critaku sepanjang uripku. Suwon ngancani, suwon sampun
Good.
nyekseni,
Yes.
padangi dalan sing tak liwati, citrone ati Gusti pun ngrampungi. Yakin yakin oh yakin aku tenanan, sumpah janji
Apa ini value society?
Sepanjang uripku suwun ngancani suwun sampun nyakseni padangi dalan sing taliwati citrone ati Gusti pun ngrampungi kurangku sepurane cenanane ngene
Gedene cintaku luar biasa, jelas paling tulus sak dunia. Walau kadang gawe hati kelaran, apa wae tak tabrak yang menjadi penghalang. Tresno tekan matiku mong sampeyan, ra ono mung direlehku berjuang. Kudu dadi siji ora urusan, sampai pada tujuan Tuhan mohon diizinkan. Aku ralilo pisah marang sliramu, mergo omongan
Tes. Cek.
Match found.
supaya tansah kelingan sliramu. Wedon liyane iso ganteni jenengmu tak ukir sajroning ati. Pengen ku siji nyanding sliramu. Nanti tok duake aku lilo, wis kulino bab nomor loro. Bisa percaya ening indah, kelangan kowe aku jelas ngamuk, ngaku tanpa kowe atiku
Dia mainin India ya.
pasrahke Gusti
Main Mumbai.
dongaku ora pedhot yo mung kanggo sliramu.
Masih kecil. Paling tulus dunia.
Sampai pada tujuan Tuhan mohon izinkan. Wedoan liyane iso ganteni Not ready yet. 杀出了。Bomb buddy out. 杀出了。Here. Grenade. 杀出了。Both ready. Nothing. Okay. Here comes it. Satchel out. Oh, obliterated! Grenade! Satchel out. Forward. Satchel out. Satchel out. Grenade. Satchel out.
It's you and me.
Wah,
Bomb buddy out. kasih lan sayang. Ngobrol rano entek ening tengah wengi, tetes embun sing ngancani. Aku sampean koyo lagi kasmaran tenan, mlaku teko tuwa bebarengan, matur suwun wis ngancani aku selama iki, wis iso saling nguat-nguati. Kudu wong liya sing ra seneng hubungan iki berlanjut, tatap lakune ning jupuk patertenan angine, saya dewasa ra ngenteni badai terang, nanging sinau nari ning tengah udan.
Hang gegem asto supaya ning bakoh bebrayan manetung saliro yen rubet angan
Match found.
All the time and away. Tetes embun sing ngancani. Aku sampean koyo lagi kasmaran tenan, aku teko tuwa bebarengan, matur suwun wis ngancani aku selama iki, wis iso saling nguat-nguati. Kudu wong liya sing ra seneng hubungan iki berlanjut, tatap lakune ning jupuk patertenan angine, saya dewasa ra ngenteni badai terang, nanging sinau nari ning tengah udan. Beda raga gandeng tresno. sing legowo ya, Mas.
Tetep legowo. Tetep wong anak yang ora duwe gur kalah ya.
Iki kabeh pilihane wong tuaku.
Omong karo wong tuamu. Tak tubruk yen wayahe. Kenek opo sifatmu saiki wis beda kowe ninggalke aku menting ke wong liya opo rasa tresnamu saiki wis sirna kaya lumut ing pinggir segara.
So much fuss over nothing. Someone get me a bat. I'll finish this.
Anjir. Kowe wong duwe marang kanan.
Jadi tompo ya.
Halo. Legowo.
Opo iki sadarane tataku sing jawabe sliramu beda ati beda lambe.
Drop in a smoke.
Bari pasan rame bintang ning
No peeking.
kowe teko gawe ora marang tresno.
Cutting their vision. Reloading. Last player standing.
Kayak udah wih.
Spike planted. Their jet is playing hard to get.
ब्रो जेट चीटिंग रिपोर्ट करो जेट चीटिंग मजाक नहीं है you get a free buddy so अबे गाली दे रहा है
ਓਏ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਭੈਣ ਦਾ ਫੁੱਦਾ ਓਏ ਮਲੀਕ
तेरी माँ चोद दूंगा भोसड़ी का माइक खोलना फट
मलीक इथीरियम
लड़ नहीं है अबे तेरी मम्मी में है
अरे
मेरा
भाई
भोसड़ी
अरे
है।
भाई इसका नाम मलिक है भाई लंड इसके पास भी नहीं है भोसड़ी का सर्कमसिजन
WN iya sir. WN.
Drop in a smoke. Right here. No peeking. Spike planted. Last player standing.
Bro this guy is cheating bro
Iya,
माँ
iya.
चोद तेरी
Terus anjir.
मैं रिपोर्ट करना जेट को भाई क्या कर रहे हो
Must fall. Then fall near me.
ओए डोंट रिपोर्ट योरू बाय द वे वो रीस्टार्ट करके आ रही है यस इट्स अ गर्ल यू कैन फ्लर्ट
Anjir lah. Bisa terus anjir.
Drop Drop in a smoke.
Enemy spotted.
No peeking.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
Mumbai situ. Rame sih.
Enemy spotted mid.
Pengen yang beat ngapain ada ke situ, bocah.
They stand by. Now is our chance. Need a drop. Dropping smokes.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
No peeking.
The enemy only looks composed. Their heart's still a different story.
No peeking. Here.
Still in sight. Cutting their vision. Many enemies. Spike down A. Last player standing. Spike planted.
Sudah selesai. Tak bisa. Jerunya instalok, Jerunya instalok tapi
I
apa
want
aja.
their life, not yours.
Sipur.
Spike planted.
Anjir, langsung.
You are powerless.
Maybe let's. Or they plan. Get out of my way! Drop in a scoop.
Itu kan yang aja.
My ult is ready. No peeking.
Go ahead. Stand strong.
Have one of these. Back in a flash. Enemy spotted. Nice and slow now.
Spike planted. Cutting the vision. Last player standing. You're not. One enemy remaining.
Wish. Dan pingnya bener-bener gue anjir.
Symphony of Death. To get used to it.
Anjir.
Spike down mid.
Siapa sangka.
Last player standing.
Cino kayak kata anjir.
Spike planted. breaths, everyone. Your hearts are pounding.
Terakhir tadi tunggu tidak anjir apa sih ini server apa aja.
I'm here to stay. No peeking.
Spike planted.
Have a kit.
Last player standing.
Drop in a smoke.
I don't care if there are 5 of them or 50 of them. Let's go. I need a drop.
Anjir. Ronde 10 mati gue 11.
Roll for initiative.
You are powerless.
Spike planted.
Drop in a smoke. Enemy spotted. Hitting the brakes. Drop in a smoke.
Gonna fall back here. Last player standing. You're done. Last round in the half.
We cannot keep our goods after this. Spend all. Get out of my way!
I'll handle this. Enemy spotted mid.
Spike planted.
Dropping smokes.
Last player standing.
Ngapain?
Switching sides.
I'll pick them apart. You clean up whatever's left.
Here.
Simpel. Ngomong sih tapi tingkah lagunya manis.
Show yourself you can.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Remove.
One enemy
Rest.
remaining.
I have the spike.
Ngapain? Ngapain?
I am not Disco Killer. You know what we should do? Hell yeah. We should win. Someone get dropped.
I need a drop.
Thank you.
Reloading. Dropping smokes.
Anjir. Double pick.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Opponent killed.
I know I give you guys a hard time, but you're
I
better
need a
off
drop.
with me kicking your butt than those assholes shooting at you.
Reset kabel.
Match point.
Pick something nice to kill them with. It's the least we can.
Show yourself you can.
Spike dropped.
I have the spike. Spike drop. Doing a thing.
Dropping smokes.
Bro beli smoke mic
Enemy
bro.
spotted inside. I've one of these.
Last player standing. Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Three. No peeking. I got the spike.
Seconds left.
Anjir.
Defenders win.
Main beda. Udah berasa sih.
Match found.
I detected incursion into our world. The other team is just very noisy.
Turun misalnya disirammu pengaruhku.
Yes, this should do. This goes here. Wow, this is a nice spot.
Diri Raisa.
That goes there.
Spike down A.
एक lamps. Village 74.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Someone's A. Omen wins by fear. Don't let him get to you.
No more charges left. This goes here. Ah, this is a nice spot. That goes there. Yes, this should do. Now, where to set up shop? Ah, this is a nice spot. Cage triggered.
Right here.
Someone's A.
Last player standing.
Eagle-eyed.
Spike planted.
Mati.
One enemy remaining. Team Ace.
Bro.
This is crazy. It feels like we've been doing this forever. Anyone else feel like that?
That goes there. This goes here. Yes, this should do.
Thanks.
One enemy remaining.
And that's how we do it.
That goes there. Ah, this is a nice spot.
Theo, can you nade here? यहाँ पे right.
Yes, this should do. This goes here.
There. Enemy spotted. Come on, let's burst.
Here.
You're out.
Cage triggered.
Spike planted.
Got you.
Going up.
All missiles away.
Tag.
remaining.
Watch your eyes! Raze, plug me into the things, yeah. I know you got the good stuff.
Oh, this is a nice spot. That goes there. This goes here.
Player standing. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Lanjut dulu bro, biar enggak mati.
Yous don't get a reset button, so stay alive, please.
Yeah.
Yes, this should do. Oh, this is a nice spot.
Duh,
Like I never left! Spike planted.
One dead.
Player standing.
70 bro.
Where will they go this time? This goes here. That goes there. Yes, this should do. Oh, this is a nice spot. The hunt begins.
One by one! One enemy remaining.
What's the ride? Reloading. Buy stuff, ching, little skrrr, and we're done. Yeah?
That goes there. Yes, this goes here. That goes there. Cage trigger. Got you. Fires out. Where is everyone?
There's smoke.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Drop in a smoke. No peeking. This reminds me of this one time here.
Yes, this should do. Oh, this is a nice spot. This goes here. I will find. Yes, this should do.
Get out of my way.
Caught one. Cage triggered.
All missiles away.
Tagged. Wow, my eyes are
One enemy remaining.
Cage triggered.
Do what you're here to do. And you won't have a problem.
That goes there. This goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot. That goes there. Cage triggered.
Reloading. Here. Right here. Right here.
Someone's B.
Cage triggered. Enemy down.
One enemy remaining.
Only bro.
Used to it.
No peeking.
Will they try the same old tricks? This goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do. That goes there.
Tenemos.
Cage
Spike down B.
Here.
One enemy remaining. Last round before the switch.
I have money if you need. Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, this goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot. Tag. My camera is destroyed. I must wait a moment. Scatter.
This is how it ends. Look sharp.
One enemy remaining.
Quite clean. My ultimate is ready. Cage trigger.
Switching sides.
Wonderful. It's great to see how frightened they are. That goes there.
Keep their heart.
Missiles away.
Our spike carrier is killed.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Grenade! I have the spike. Wait for me. Out of charges.
New facts, new tactics, keep it fresh, yeah?
This goes here.
Spike's in.
Got you.
Spike.
Camera taken out.
True suppressed.
Careful now.
Careful now. Here. Why destroy? Here.
Watch your eyes.
Reloading.
Hostile removed.
Get. Lucu anjir bunyi.
One enemy remaining.
They're usually distracted once I retrieve them. Make sure you take advantage. I need this.
Cheers. Reloading.
Yes, this should go.
Enemy spotted A.
Careful now.
Oh,
All missiles away.
cage triggered.
Enemy spotted A. Spike down A.
I have retrieved the spike.
There.
Cage triggered. Planted the spike.
One enemy remaining. Someone's in defender spawn. Hey, take it, guys. Okay, I only have like 78 grenades left. Hopefully that's enough.
I need this.
Cheers.
Who needs a gun?
Could I have a drop?
But I have fun.
That goes there.
Beating targets.
Caught one. Tripwire destroyed. Our spike carrier is killed.
Spike down
Really
B.
killed.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Cage triggered.
Last player standing. None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet. Can we celebrate that?
Ah, this is a nice spot.
Let's play slow.
One by one. Drop in a smoke. Enemy spotted B.
Enemy spotted. Hey.
The hunt begins.
Last player standing. Spike down B. Long.
This goes here. We will reveal their secrets. Camera taken out.
The missiles away. Ammunition.
Reloading.
Cage everyone hiding.
One enemy remaining.
Cage triggered.
Mereka plan.
Give me a moment. I need to set back up.
Sorry, mate. Go ahead, mate.
Should go.
I will sweat.
Someone's ultimate is ready.
No peeking.
Cage triggered. Cage triggered.
No peeking.
One enemy remaining.
That's the spike.
I took care of it.
Match point.
Let's close up shop. I have things to do. That goes there. I will find you.
Plus.
Cage triggered.
Spike down A.
This is how it ends.
Got spike.
Remaining.
Ladies live.
Attackers win.
And again, and a bunch other times after that.
Kesandung-sandung aku maksane hatimu. Kapok meh tumbang tak gawe-gawe dhewe. Ra iso ngukur kurang
Gila sedan bro. Ih bapak ini.
yen pancen dadi siji. Iso ngomah lan baturi. Takkan besok nganti padha pati.
Aku yo wis ora liyane kangen ngomong kangen rasa tukaran ae boti eman-eman hubungane
Jadi kalah.
Some players seem to defy the odds. Microsoft AI analyzes millions of data points, including shot angle, defender positioning, and distance from goal, to reveal the exact probability of La Liga's most epic moments. Understand the magic with Beyond Stats, powered by Microsoft Copilot and La Liga.
Para Lucas Vázquez, hacia atrás el pase de la muerte. Atención que llega Mbappé.
La ejecución, la jugada viene de izquierda a derecha. Es verdad que reenvía.
Menangkan pengalaman F1 Heineken Grand Prix Belanda bareng Bean Sports. Ketemu langsung dengan para pembalap terbaik dunia dan rasakan gemuruh F1 dari tribun utama. Incredible stuff. Yes! Crowd has gone berserk. Scan kode QR saat balapan akhir pekan untuk dapatkan kesempatan menang. Yes! Come on guys. Mimpi F1 kamu dimulai di sini bareng Bean Sports. As cool as you like. Football of the highest caliber. That is special.
Alhamdulillah.
Magnificent. What a victory. Utterly flawless. That is extraordinary.
amat ininya anjir.
Intent here from Madrid. Lucas plays it in short to Isco. Across the face of the goal comes to Marcelo, and Marcelo gets one back for Real Madrid. Marcelo had to be. It's 2-1.
It is time to go racing at Suzuka.
It really is a beautiful circuit.
And the Japanese Grand Prix is underway. Oh my word.
That is a thud.
Magic in the air. This place, Suzuka, is just that special. Terrific move there for Yuki Tsunoda. Oh, that's a late dive bomb move. Max Verstappen wins the Japanese Grand Prix.
Magical Monte Carlo, playground of the rich and famous. Oh, that's magic.
Means business here.
Oh, he's made it. That's what they came to see.
A phenomenal angle. Casper on the clay. It's a dream combo. Oh, that was a rocket.
It's a hat-trick in Monte Carlo for Stefanos Tsitsipas.
As cool as you like. Football of the highest caliber. That is special. Origin! Magnificent. What a victory!
Utterly flawless. That is extraordinary.
Bienvenidos al Estadio Olímpic Lluís Companys, bienvenidos a Barcelona, bienvenidos a la Liga EA Sports. Dani, segundo palo, Gerard Martín.
In our lifetimes again.
Welcome back to the Santiago Bernabeu, where Valencia are leading by 1-0, a goal from Mukhtar Diakabi. 1 year and 34 days after he suffered that terrible knee injury at Mestalla against Real Madrid, the clash with Tchouaméni. That happened on the 2nd of March 2024. But he's got the goal this afternoon. He also put past his own goalkeeper, but it didn't count. And so Valencia have the advantage with a long 45 minutes ahead of them, still joined by Paul Clement alongside me. Paul, Carlo will be looking for his players to do something a little bit different in the second half, or to be doing what they were doing in the first half, but to be doing it better.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of what we'll be talking about is when Valencia move into that low block, when they're in position, they're right on the edge of the penalty area, everyone's in position, how to find solutions to break that down. And I think it's very difficult to go through. You saw maybe 1-2 half sort of chances where they got into that space in front of the penalty area, but probably their best moves came when they got it down the sides, or when they attacked quickly early when Valencia were high up on the halfway line. But I think we'll probably see more of the same here from Valencia. When Madrid have got good possession of the ball, Valencia will be defending deep, they'll be defending low, and can Madrid find some space and get some good quality balls into the box by attacking down the sides of the penalty area? No, not right out on the touchline where you're swinging high crosses in, because I don't think that suits the front players of Madrid, but little balls down the side of the penalty area, they can get cutbacks and hard crosses that are very difficult to defend against.
Well, the Valencia players getting ready to come back out. 2008, the last victory here for Valencia. Ronald Koeman was the manager. David Villa scored twice. Well, those were the days when Valencia used to have 3 or 4 world champions in their squad. It's now down to 3 or 4 internationals, but they're having a remarkable second half of the season. The table since Carlos Corberán took over, they will be 6th, and although as we spoke right at the start of the game, Paul, their running is not particularly favourable. Playing like this, they should be okay. They should have enough to stay in this division.
Now, the previous coach, Ruben Baraja, he took 12 points from 17 games. So, you know, Carlos Corberán's done a fantastic job to add a really good amount of points. And if he takes 3 today, what a scalp that'll be, and the confidence the players will have going into the run-in. And if they don't, it's going to be more difficult, because, as we discussed earlier, they do have a difficult run-in, and there's teams at the bottom that are also winning.
Well, that's been the theme of the weekend so far. Can Valencia pick up where we've already seen Alaves and Espanyol leave off by getting all 3 points? We're back underway. Mosquera with a headed clearance. Javi Guerra sends the ball back to Mosquera. Sadik glances that one forward, but there's no one to run onto it, and it's with Fede Valverde.
Yeah, no changes for either team in terms of personnel, and looks like the shapes of the team are also the same, both Valencia and Real Madrid. Both coaches will start to be thinking in the second half about what they need to do in terms of changes. Madrid to get back in the game, Valencia fresh legs and fresh minds to deal with the heavy load defensively that they're having to do.
Well, Sadik has been cautioned for that late tackle on Valverde. Ancelotti would have winced again on the touchline, seeing Valverde involved in another 50-50 like this.
Yeah, that's a painful one. He's gone to clear the ball. Sadik just showing the studs, and then Valverde's momentum going right into the bottom of his boot. They're real painful.
And Madrid, Matt Cannon already with a couple of players warming up at the start of the second half.
That's absolutely right, Pete. It's Camavinga and Rodrigo, the 2 players that are warming up on the sidelines. No one warming up as of yet for Valencia, although virtually all of the substitutes were warming up at half-time. Like I mentioned before the break, Fran Perez was warming up for 5 minutes or so, but he has not come on as of yet. But we will keep an eye on potential changes as we head into the second half.
Ball goes out to Lucas, back to Modric. Valverde sweeps it out to this near touchline. Fran Garcia up against Max Aarons. $75,382 inside the stadium. Modric with the square pass for Brahim. Here's Lucas once more. Chamonix with the cross, it's cleared. by Diakabi.
I think that's the right idea. Switch from one side to the other. Vasquez not able to cross, so just sets a little ball back, and really you'd hope for a better delivery from that corner of the penalty box area. Mustn't get cut out by the first defender.
Well, it was Chamonix's cross that was easily cleared. He's on the ball at the moment. Valverde. Mbappe with a shot, pushed out by Mamardashvili. Max Aarons just nudges that out for a throw. Valverde into Vinicius. Bellingham. Almeida is tight to him. He plays it back to Modric.
Valencia will be happy with this. With the ball moving pretty slowly, they just stay in position, they're set, they don't really have to worry about too much. So important that ball moves much quicker. Here's a good chance.
It's Vinicius with the cross, and Mamardashvili pushes out for a corner at his near post.
That's that area I was talking about, you know, just little ball played down the side of the box. Mbappe's shot came off a ball that, one of the very few occasions they managed to get it through and past the two central midfielders of Valencia.
Modric with the corner, flicked on and into the back of the net. Vinicius scores. He missed the penalty in the first half. He makes no mistake from close range. And we've played just 4 minutes of the second period, and it's Real Madrid 1, Valencia 1.
Madrid back into it the way that Valencia took the lead from a corner. Good ball in, flicked on at the near post. Bellingham looks like he gets the touch on it. Vinicius getting across the defender at the far post, puts it into the roof of the net. 1-1.
Well, 11th goal of the season in La Liga for Vinicius, only his third since the turn of the year. Just gets in ahead of Jesus Vasquez. And immediate second half reaction from Real Madrid.
Yeah, near post flick-ons are so dangerous. There was one in the first half where Valencia had a flick-on at the near post. Tarrega got it to the back post. Sadiq was peeling around and he nearly got to that one. And on this occasion it's Madrid. Good delivery in. Bellingham with the flick-on. Vinicius with the finish. The ball avoided all the defenders in the middle.
Modric. Mbappe tries to find Brahim. Diakabi. Sadiq up against Lucas and brings down Lucas Vasquez.
Important now the reaction of Valencia. They did very well in the first half, but they are at the Bernabeu against Madrid, who are accustomed to this kind of thing where they've been behind, they get back in it, and now they'll be going for the win.
Well, it's Bellingham. He's got Mbappe on the edge of the area. Still Bellingham. Good save from Mamardashvili. It comes out to heavy go. The flag was up anyway.
The last thing Valencia want is an open game. Madrid absolutely love that situation where there's big spaces, players with pace and power. Vinicius, Mbappe and Bellingham love to run in the spaces. They're very powerful athletes.
And just listen to the noise in the Bernabeu. Como no te voy a querer? How am I not going to love you? Ringing around this magnificent stadium. Amazing what a goal can do to lift the crowd. Corberán, by the way, absolutely furious with his defence that they allowed that set piece to hit the back of the net, and just making the most of the pause just before the kickoff to give some tactical instructions to Almeida. Clearly not very happy at all after conceding that goal.
Diego Lopez here. Can he get the shot away? He can, but he sends it well wide. Someone who will probably be involved for Spain in the under-21 Euros this summer. And 4 goals in 4 games, but off target there. He wins that one back, though. Here's Almeida into Barrenechea. Chamonix can clear and does so straight to Fede Valverde. Vinicius, and there does seem to be more space for Real Madrid, which is good news for the home side. Mbappe trying to run onto that. He has run onto it. Bellingham is in the middle. He's up against Diakabi, twisting, turning. There's the cross, and the finish couldn't find its way past Jesus Vázquez. Javi Guerra trying to clear for Valencia under intense pressure from Vinicius. Still chasing him down. The ball goes out to Diakabi. Sadi lays that one off for Vázquez.
No, Madrid so good at when they win the ball back deep, when the spaces are open, taking advantage of that situation on the counter-attack. Valencia have to avoid that at all costs, because if the game starts into a running game, there'll only be one winner in this match.
This is Vázquez. Sadik has made the run. Chamonix blocks the pass. And we can see on our screens, Matt, that Rodrigo is being given last instructions. He's putting his white boots on and he's about to come on.
That's absolutely right, Pete. Ancelotti preparing his first change of the night. Also worth pointing out that Corbelan has sent 5 players to warm up. Those players are Hugo Duro, Pepelu, Yarek, Rafa Mir and Fran Perez. So perhaps a change incoming for Valencia as well.
Well, 2 strikers in that list of 5, Paul. Hugo Duro and Rafa Mir.
Yeah, I think it's important for Corberan to use his substitutions wisely. The amount of energy they've had to expend on the defensive side will be very, very big. Fresh energy, fresh legs will be important. I think we'll more than likely see Rodrigo coming on for Brahim Diaz, who's done okay.
Well, he couldn't quite intercept that Diaz, and it goes out to Tarrega, who sends it back to Enzo Barrenechea. Tarrega trots back into his own half, into his position. Here's Sadiq. Barrenechea. Almeida. Back out to Jesus Vázquez. Into Diego Lopez. Trying to exchange passes with Sadiq, although he doesn't get the return pass. Sadiq plays it back instead to Almeida. Here's Jesus Vázquez. Javi Guerra. Barrenechea keeps possession for Valencia, but they can't keep hold of the ball. And the foul is given against Javi Guerra. Free kick.
Valencia need to keep belief. I think Madrid do give you opportunities. They don't always defend with all 11 players. Space is available. On the contrary, you see the way Valencia defend. Everyone has having to defend to deal with the quality that Real Madrid have. There's a substitution that we thought would occur.
So Rodrigo replacing Brahim before the hour mark as well. It looks as if there's movement on the Valencia bench as well, so change is imminent there as this one goes back to Chamonix, out to Lucas, forward to Rodrigo. First run at Diakabi for him. He's inside the penalty area, back to Lucas. Mbappe trying to give it back to Lucas, but Diego Lopez can come away with it for Valencia.
And there you're seeing the change, Pete. It's going to be Rafa Mir, who still hasn't scored in La Liga for Valencia this season. Wouldn't it be a great time to do so and open his account today here at the Bernabeu?
It's Vinicius. Well, maybe no surprises that Sadiq, who's on a booking and has run himself into the ground in the first nearly hour, is the player to make way. But interesting that he goes with Rafa Mir and not Hugo Duro, who's, we understand he's fully fit once more, but hasn't played for a while because of the injury that he picked up in January. Fede Valverde plays this one into Rodrigo. Back to Lucas.
Real Madrid really starting to get on top and dominate this game now, winning the ball much quicker in the transition. When they lose it, getting into some good areas. There's going to be a long 30 minutes, I think, for Valencia.
Well, here's that change that Matt Cohen has told us about. It's Rafa Mir replacing Sadiq. It almost seems, Paul, as if Madrid, I'm not going to say they like to go behind in games because it lays down the opportunity for the epic comeback, but sometimes it is notable that the rise in intensity once they've gone behind in matches, and the fans love it too, the fact that we're behind but we're still going to win this game.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a bit of a wake-up call for them. They start off even, they go behind, and then the energy levels go up, the intensity goes up. It's certainly been a better start to the second half than the overall performance in the first half.
Rudiger's long ball over the top. Mbappe might get on the end of it. In the end, Mosquera somehow guides it back to Mamardashvili.
Yeah, it makes sense to play that ball when Valencia got a high line.
Bellingham tried to feed Mbappe, but it was cut out by Barrenechea. Played forward to Javi Guerra. And the throw goes Real Madrid's way. Bellingham out to Lucas. It's all that he can do to keep it in play. But it's 2 against 1 there. Jesus Vázquez up against Rodrigo and Lucas, but Valencia retain possession. It goes back to Diakabi from Javi Guerra. Not the greatest of passes, and he puts it out of play. So Real Madrid have the throw. Modric out to Fran Garcia. Vinicius up against Mosquera. To the edge of the area to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham to Lucas. Lucas sends it to the back post and headed away by Mosquera, but only as far as Fran Garcia. He sends it back into the area. Cleared by Tarrega. Comes out to Rodrigo. Trying to make space for the shot. And it's blocked in the end by Jesus Vázquez. Fede Valverde into Rodrigo.
Looks like Carlo's spoken to them about crosses, getting the ball wide, raining the crosses in now, left to right, cross, right to left, cross. Valencia centre-backs need to be super concentrated, getting in good positions to clear these balls away.
Really under pressure now, Valencia. Modric forward to Rudiger. Fran Garcia back to Vinicius. Bellingham and Rodrigo are in the middle. Rodrigo got his head to that, but steers it wide.
Now, a decent effort. Always going to be difficult for Rodrigo to get up above a defender of that sort of size. Here's a little moment from earlier. Mbappe getting the pullback. Defender makes a good block. Tarrega.
Ball up to Rafa Mir. Luka Modric. Bellingham makes a run, but holds that run because Modric doesn't go long. Goes short instead to Rodrigo. The nice little flick inside to Mbappe. The referee had a good view of that and sees no foul. Valencia can maybe break here.
No, just a coming together, no foul there.
Late challenge from Lucas this time. Referee allows play to continue, and Mr. Vázquez has stayed down.
Bisa bro, anjay.
Valencia will be pleased to get a little breather, I think, here. They won't be rushing to get the ball back in. Could do with just keeping it for a few passes, trying to build something themselves. They've had to do a lot of defending to start the second half.
Here's Enzo Barrenechea. Vázquez inside to Almeida. Modric fouled him, so set piece opportunity for Valencia. These are going to be important as well.
Yeah, exactly the kind of situation they want. Patient with the ball, win a set play in an area where they can get their defenders up into the box. Obviously got size and presence. Rafi Amir just coming on as well as a big lad.
Bisa dibikin ini sih.
Well, you can see Mosquera and Tadiger have both gone into the penalty area. We saw Diakabi there next to the free kick taker, but he now makes his way into the Real Madrid penalty area.
No, he is a good finisher.
Well, we certainly saw that in the first half. Both ends. There's the header. It's almost spilled by Fran Gonzalez. He pushes it out for a corner. The 19-year-old, remember, making his debut because both Lunin and Courtois not 100%. Lunin on the bench, Courtois resting.
Good delivery in. I mean, it is a save he should make, but he's such a big lad. They're not easy, those ones. They're right, bounce down in front of him. He's such a big lad. Let's see if Madrid have made an adjustment on the way they defend the corner. No, it looks like they're the same. Zone in with the blockers on the second line, trying to make it difficult for them to get a run into the box. And poor delivery.
Yep, too deep in the end from Almeida. Rafa Mir has to chase a long way back to retrieve it, and he then sends it all the way back to Mamardashvili. Must be so frustrating for Corberan. He knows those set pieces are gold, and then he sees one that they haven't planned in terms of the delivery. Ball goes out to Lucas. Rodrigo. Bellingham, nice little flick to play in Mbappe, but Javi Guerra nicks the ball off of him.
That's
right. Floats that one over the top into space for Diego Lopez. Back it goes to Jesus Vázquez. Lopez once more. Nicely played into Almeida on the edge of the area. But he's crowded out. And Chamonix very cleverly comes away with the ball. Back to Fran Garcia. Vinicius comes off second best there. Mosquera's penalised though. They take the free kick quickly. Here's Bellingham.
Wow. Good time, bro.
Lucas waving Lucas Vázquez forward. Rodrigo waving Lucas Vázquez forward. In the end, the ball in towards Mbappe, but comes out to Max Aarons. His clearance goes straight to Fran Garcia.
Important touch there from Guerra. Mbappe just drifted off his shoulder. The space had opened up. It was a vital touch. Otherwise, he was in on goal alone.
Fran Garcia into Mbappe. Back to Fran Garcia. Mbappe! And just past the post. Oh, we saw two efforts in the first half. Whistle past Mamardashvili's far post. There's one for the second half. Good work from Fran Garcia. Mbappe can't quite finish.
Really well played. Lovely combination between Fran Garcia and Mbappe. Give and go. Returns the pass on a cutback, and that is just wide of the first post. There was a move just previous to this where Bellingham had started the move, looked to combine with Mbappe, and he just turned into trouble. That's really what he needs to do. In and around the box, play the quick give and goes, the spaces will open up.
Taruh di pitch.
People, I've been watching youngster Fran Gonzalez in goal for the past couple of minutes or so, and I'm really impressed by his willingness to communicate, and he's not afraid to tell his players where they need to be. Of course, he's only 19 and this is his debut. We have to remind people, but he's very, very vocal. He's constantly telling his players where they need to be, and we saw it in the set piece as well. Just making sure that his defenders know where the opponents are, and we're telling them and reminding them where they should be, which again strikes me quite a lot given he's so young, and this is actually his debut for Real Madrid.
Is that a consequence, Paul, of him training with the first team? Let's just see how this move finishes for Real Madrid. Vinicius plays it back to Fede Valverde, switches it to Lucas. He's got Rodrigo and Mbappe in the middle. Still Lucas. Can he deliver the cross? It's blocked and out for a corner. This is a player he's a youth team player, he's a Castilla player, but he's training every day with the first team.
Yeah, every day is with the first team, so he's developing relationships with his teammates all the time, and it'll be demanded of him by the coaches, especially the goalkeeper coach Luis. He'll be coaching him in the right way, the importance of being confident and giving your back players confidence and instruction and good information. They need it because the goalkeeper has a great view of everything. He's the last line of the defence. He's got a picture ahead of him of everybody. He can see things that the defenders can't, so he has to use that. Very good if he's doing that at 19 years of age. He's got a lot on his shoulders today with his debut.
Well, he might have a shot to deal with here from Vinicius. He does. He goes through Bellingham's legs, but Maladashvili at the other end just makes the save. Rodrigo got there ahead of Rafa Mir. Bellingham. Mbappe turns nicely away from Javi Guerra, but Baranache with the clearance.
Default dia nampilin top
20 minutes left inside the Santiago Bernabeu. Madrid need a goal. They need to keep the pressure on Barcelona, who play later tonight against Betis.
Looks like the two central midfielders now. Valencia again a little bit tired. There's more balls now going in between them as they struggle to slide and get across and make the gap small.
Mbappe up against Tadiga. Tadiga makes the block. It's being helped up by Max Aarons. Gets the cross in, and that's a brilliant save. Valverde with the shot. Mamadashvili palms it away. Real opportunity that for Real Madrid.
Gimana ya Kloster?
Well, he's having some game, Giorgio Mamadashvili. Brilliant save in the first half from Mbappe. Saved the penalty as well from Vinicius. And he keeps this effort out from Fede Valverde. And Vasquez does well as well to stop Lucas Vasquez from turning it in.
And Mbappe does well to get the ball across. His fault, Valverde at full stretch. And the goalkeeper, good reaction. Shot coming in from 2-3 yards away. Reacts really well. Strong left hand. And the defender coming across and doing his job as well. Vasquez on Vasquez.
Ada banyak yang.
Well, this is the effort that he couldn't keep out earlier, with Vinicius on the end of Bellingham's flick.
Taruh di ini aja.
Real Madrid level. We're watching replays of that goal, Matt. I'm not sure if changes are being prepared or... No, we're back underway.
Changes are being prepared, actually, Pete, for the away side, and the two players that are about to come on are Fran Perez and Pepelu.
So Fran Perez, who was a candidate to start this game, in the end Max Aaron's got the nod, and Pepelu, central midfield player. So let's see if it's for either Javi Guerra or Barrenechea, or if it's just to bolster that centre of the pitch for Valencia.
Yeah, it sounds like the right kind of thing, I think, from Cordoban, is to get another central midfielder on with some fresh energy. Max Aaron's not played a great amount of football, so probably feeling the effects now.
Mbappe sends the cross to the back post. Vinicius can't keep it in play. Goes out for a throw. Yep, we can see the triple change being prepared, Matt, with Pepelu, Hugo Duro, and as you said, Fran Perez coming on. Let's see who makes way.
That's absolutely right, Pete. The three players that are being withdrawn are Javi Guerra, Almeida and Max Aarons. And yes, like you mentioned, Hugo Duro, who loves to score a goal against Real Madrid. He's actually got 4 in the past 7 appearances, so we'll see whether or not he can add to that tally here in the Santiago Bernabeu as we approach the final stretch of the game.
Well, Fran Perez for Max Aarons. And Pepe Lu, as you said, Paul, stiffening up the midfield, although Javi Guerra makes way too. Almeida the third to come off. So we'll see how Valencia reshuffle after that triple change from Carlos Corberán.
Yes, potentially a shape change here. Looks like they're going to go with 2 strikers, and it's how they reshuffle at the back, whether they play 3-5-2 or 4-4-2. We'll soon find out.
What you always get from Fran Perez off the bench is intensity and energy from the very first touch. Here's Shalmani forward to Modric. Mbappe sends the ball back to Shalmani. Here's Rodrigo. We can see Rafa Mir having to make the 4 in midfield now. Here's Bellingham into Mbappe, laid it off, but only for Pepelu, who clears only as far as Modric. Modric into Rodrigo. Referee had a look at that, but decides to let play continue. Here's Fran Garcia. Vinicius into Rodrigo. Rodrigo gets it back from Bellingham, finds space for the shot. Marmalashvili makes the save. .37 points from a possible 42 coming into this game. Real Madrid at home, best home record anywhere in La Liga this season, but it is under threat. We've got 15 minutes left. We'll cross to match shortly because there are 3 Real Madrid players ready to come on. Fede Valverde sends this forward to Luka Modric, in towards Bellingham from Fran Garcia, but Fran Perez wins it, and then does he run it out of play? He does.
Looks like Valencia 4-4-2 now, with Perez on the right, Pepelu and Barrenechea in the middle, and Duro, Rafa Mir up front, and now Madrid's changes.
So the 3 players coming on are David Alaba, Camavinga and young Brazilian striker Endrick. And those that have been withdrawn are Modric, Vinny Jr. and the final one, I mentioned that, to be honest.
Fran Garcia.
Thank you very much for that. Exactly.
Thanks, Matt. So triple change from Carlo Ancelotti. Ball goes back to Fede Valverde. Well, let's see what Endrick can do in the last 30 minutes of the game. It's been electric in the cup competition, particularly the Copa del Rey. Just the 1 goal in La Liga. so far, for obviously from limited chances. Here's Rodrigo, back to Camavinga. Dinked forward into Bellingham from Alaba. Bellingham gets across the back post, rising is Andrik. Is that handball? That's certainly what they're appealing. It was Diakabi who made the block. Andrik making his point to the referee, as is captain Lucas Vazquez. It's Guillermo Cuadra Fernandez who needs to make the decision, in consultation, no doubt, with Jorge Figueroa Vazquez. We can see the replay here again.
No, on the chest. Would have been some impact from Hendrik, first touch.
Well, immediately involved in a goal-scoring opportunity, but as you say, his header hits the chest of Diakabi. So no penalty.
So Rodrigo's come across from the right to the left, Hendrik onto the right, Bellingham just behind Mbappe, Camavinga next to Valverde, and Alaba now at left back. So no shape change, just a change of personnel.
Well, it's potentially a way into the team for Andrik, because he's not going to displace Mbappe, but maybe if he can produce the same sort of goals and threat from that right berth. Madrid's front three. He's still got it very difficult because he's got Rodrigo in front of him.
No, of course, but really important at his age and his level of his career, point of his career. He uses every opportunity that he gets, every moment that he's on that pitch. He shows what he's capable of doing and how he can help the team. All those training minutes and hours that he's put in, he makes the most of it when he gets these rare minutes to play.
Ball goes back to Fran Gonzalez. Goes long, and that was a decent ball out to Rodrigo, nodded down to Bellingham. Bellingham gives it back to Rodrigo. Mosquera comes across. Alaba in support. It goes instead to Mbappe. Mbappe trying to find the space for the shot, did, but couldn't keep it down.
Probably the best thing to do is move it on one more. Vazquez was free on the right-hand side. A lot of bodies in between Mbappe and the goal there.
And we can see again what a good block it was from the captain, Diakabi. Mamardashvili hangs that one up for Ugoduro to get on the end of, but Chamonix heads clear. One for Fran Perez to chase onto. Alaba clears. Camavinga back to Rudiger. Fede Valverde. Fran Gonzalez clears. Here's Bellingham. Bellingham looking for ball out to the far right, but it was blocked, and Valencia with a chance to attack Madrid here. Chamonix gets there ahead of Jesus Vazquez, and it goes back to Fran Gonzalez. Rudiger once more. Lucas Vazquez takes it in his stride. Hendrik in support. But the ball rebounds back to Mamardashvili. Modric delivering a corner that ends up with someone heading it into the back of the net. We've seen that a few times before over the last decade or so, it seems.
I was involved in a game where Luka put a very good corner in on 93 minutes, and Sergio Ramos headed it in.
That wouldn't have been against Atletico Madrid, would it, in Lisbon?
That's correct, Pete. You remember that game?
Remember it well. Chamonix's clearance run to Pepelu. Mosquera being closed down by Rodrigo. Rafamir can't hold the ball up. Fran Perez wins the second ball though, and he's got it back from Rafamir. Camavinga wins it for Madrid. Valverde forward, into space, into Kylian Mbappe. Bellingham joining through the middle, Rodrigo also. And in the end, groans, you can hear the groans from the stadium as Pepelu intercepts. And plays it forward to Fran Perez. Hugo Dura's making a run into the Real Madrid penalty area. Fran Perez up against Rudiger. Pepelo's cross is cut out by Fede Valverde. And here's Rodrigo. Alaba on the overlap. Corberan is urging his players to make runs back. Some exhausted Valencia players out there at the moment. David Alaba sends over the cross, and it goes just beyond Kylian Mbappe. No one gets a touch.
Brilliant cross from Alaba, right in that zone that's difficult for the defenders. The goalkeeper can't quite come. It's just inches away from getting the touch on it. Crucial part of the game now, 84 minutes on the clock. Obviously it suits Valencia, the point. I'm sure they take that now. But Real Madrid really need all three. With the run-in they have, having to go to play Barcelona away.
Camavinga sends another ball forward for Kylian Mbappe, and he manages to stop it going out for a goal kick. And there's another change being planned, Matt.
That's absolutely right. It's Lucas Vázquez that's being taken off by Carlo Ancelotti. As you can see there, Arda Güler, who's coming on to replace him.
When Corberan looks at his team, Paul, and he looks at those three centre-backs, and they start looking a bit leggy and exhausted, does he think about the change, or is the preference those three have been training together all week, that's my three, we go with that to the end of the game? Because obviously he's got reinforcements in that position as well, but...
Yeah, sure. I think, you know, as a coach, the coaches normally tend to lean towards keeping a stable back four, particularly if they've played well. And I think that's what he's probably thinking here. Get the energy on in midfield, wide players and front players. Give the back players a little bit of protection. Give them a breather.
Well, they've been superb. Mosquera, Diakabi and Tadiga. They've another 5 minutes plus time added on to if they're going to help Valencia earn this point. Here's Enzo Barnechea. Forward to Diego Lopez.
So Valverde now's moved to right back, very versatile player, and Güler playing in central midfield with Camavinga.
Hugo wins the corner.
A lot of attacking players on the pitch now for Madrid. Going to push for the win. It'll be 2 points dropped if they don't, and certainly a point gained for Valencia if it stays as it is.
Well, as it is, Barcelona will go into their game against Betis later tonight, knowing that a win sends them 5 points clear with 8 games left. But still plenty of time. We know that Real Madrid are more than capable of a late goal, but it's Valencia at the moment who have this corner. Pepelu will swing it into the near post. It's cleared by Valverde, away by Andric, and it comes out to Fran Perez.
This is going back in the box.
In it goes. Out comes Fran Gonzalez, claims the catch. That's, I mean, he's obviously good at a lot of things because he's Real Madrid's third choice keeper, but that's one of the things he's especially good at. And he comes out and claims that majestically. Valverde sends it forward to Rodrigo. Alaba offers himself on the overlap. Alaba with the cross. Endrick rising, but there was a push on Diakabi, free kick to Valencia.
Now, it's another decent cross, but you know, the personnel in the box are not going to really thrive on that kind of delivery. It's not like when they had Joselu last season, who's a good at attacking crosses from wide areas, high balls. Endrick, Mbappe, Rodrigo, they need those low, hard crosses that are drilled across the box.
Pete, Paul, you can probably hear the frustration, the tension levels are rising here, the groans, the whistles are ringing around Santiago Bernabeu. The fans, I should say, absolutely desperate to see their team get 3 points, but lots of frustration at the moment in the Bernabeu.
Yeah, understandable. The fans know how important it is to not drop points at this point of the season. Already a gap there between Madrid and Barcelona. Need to stay in touch with them, at least up until that Clásico game in May.
Tchouaméni forward to Valverde. Well, absolutely, we understand that Clásico will effectively decide the title race, but if there's more than a 3-point gap before it happens, then obviously that's a major advantage for Barcelona. Rudiger goes long towards Alaba. He nods it down to Bellingham. Bellingham to Rodrigo. And Rodrigo wins the corner off of Fran Perez. So another opportunity here for Real Madrid. Scored once from a corner. It was Arda Güler who delivered one of the corners in midweek against Real Sociedad that led to a goal. He put the ball on Tchouaméni's head on that occasion. And this time it's Rudiger who gets on the end of the corner, but it goes over the top.
Decent enough ball in, it's just maybe a touch high. Madrid pushing as many real players as they can there. 7 in the box attacking that ball. Not easy when there's so many players and congestion in the penalty area.
Mamardashvili taking just that little bit longer with his kick, as he's entitled to do, as the clock ticks down towards 90. And we're about to find out how much time will be added on. Camavinga wins the header forward to Endrick. Pepelu. Camavinga nods it forward once more. 6 minutes.
Plenty of time for either team to create. Will there be a winner?
Well, you can almost guarantee with Real Madrid that there will be a chance, but as Paul says, will it be the winning goal? Endrick gets back on his feet, referee plays on, and in the end he'll be disappointed with the cross, as will Rudiger and Rodrigo in the 6-yard box.
Oh, he's in such a good position now. He needed to use his right foot. Defender dives in, he does well to spring back up to his feet, and then at this moment now, a pull back with the right foot earlier.
Valverde. It's Rodrigo. Into Mbappe, but his layoff again goes to a Valencia player, and Rafa Mir can carry it forward here. He's got Fran Perez sprinting alongside him.
Well, this is 4v3 here.
Fran Perez with the cross. It was cut out by Güler, and can Madrid hurt Valencia on the counter? There are 4 players forward for Valencia. Güler out to Alaba.
Güler did really well there to stifle out that attack. That was dangerous.
Mbappe running at Mosquera. Still got it, Mbappe, and he's won the corner. Well, we've said many, many times across the weeks of this season what a competitive league this is, and you might have had last week's Real Madrid home game against Leganés down as an easy home win. You might have had this one down as an easy home win. Neither of them have been. Madrid got the result last week. They still haven't got it yet, and time is ticking away from them as the header is cleared, as the corner is cleared. Diego Lopez up against Fede Valverde. Diego Lopez comes away with the ball. There's no one in support, but he can hold it up despite the best efforts of Camavinga. Still Diego Lopez. Pulled back to Rafa Mir. He strikes it. It comes out to Hugo Duro. Referee's whistle blows for handball against Hugo Duro.
Wow, how well did Lopez do there? End of the game, tired out, finds incredible amount of energy.
Well, that won't appear in the statistics, what Diego Lopez just did, but priceless for Valencia, hanging on here and trying to make another late change as Bellingham comes away with it for Real Madrid. Hendrik back to Goulet. Goulet floats it into the area and it's just too long for Rodrigo. Gets his head to it but can't prevent it from going out for a goal kick.
It's Barnechea who's being taken off and being replaced by someone who's had very little minutes this season, Hugo Guillamon.
I think also, Paul and Matt, that Hugo Guillamon came on late in the game against Madrid and made a mistake for the goal. So this is sort of redemption for him if he can help his team safely over the line to pick up this point. Barnechea has been superb this afternoon, hasn't he, Paul?
Yeah, very good performance from him. Deserves a 3-minute rest.
Charmany to Rodrigo. Pepe with the up and under. It will drop for Hugo Duro. He lays it off to Diego Lopez, and he sent Rafa Mir through. He's got a player in the middle. It's Hugo Duro arriving! And he's done it again. The player who loves to score against Real Madrid has scored a goal he's never going to forget, because it's 4 minutes into added time, and it surely is the goal that gives Valencia their first win in the Santiago Bernabeu for 17 years. A breakaway from Carlos Corberan's side, and it's Real Madrid 1, Valencia 2.
What an incredible moment for Valencia. It looked like there was only one team going to win second half, but fair play, they dug in. The effort, the camaraderie, the teamwork, the tactical plan. Corberan doing the change from 5-4-1 into 4-4-2. It's a fantastic delivery. And all he's got to do is direct it on target.
Diego Lopez again at the heart of it with the ball out to Rafa Mir, but as you say, the quality in the cross as well.
It's a killer blow for Real Madrid at this point of the season.
Well, we're into the 6th added minute. You never write Real Madrid off, but they've got seconds to save something from this game. And even a goal now would be 2 points short of what they wanted from this match. Hugo Duro's incredible scoring record against Real Madrid continues. And sort of stunned silence around the Santiago Bernabeu.
What a moment for Valencia, for Duro.
Hey, you too. Go ahead, Paul, sorry.
Valverde to Rudiger. Rudiger with a chance to equalise. It comes out, and it doesn't come too fortuitously. It comes out to Alaba outside the area. There's another shot. Comes in, and this time Mamardashvili falls on it. Well,
well.
Didn't you just know that even with the seconds that they had, they'd create a chance? But Rudiger, who was onside, couldn't take it.
Oh, it's never quite over, is it, in the Bernabeu? Never leave early. There's always something that happens. It looks like now Valencia are going to get the result, an incredible result for them. 2008. As Pete mentioned earlier, the last time that they won in the stadium. What a win at this point of the season.
Well, we've played the minute added on for the goal, plus the 6 that were originally added on. So the final whistle from Guillermo Cuadra Fernandez is imminent. Before that, he's going to book somebody. Well, Matt.
I'm not sure exactly who he's booked. The entire bench was up on its feet asking the referee to blow his final whistle and bring the game to an end. And wow, what celebration as well. Again, the entire technical staff, the substitutes sprinting over to celebrate with their teammates. Absolute ecstasy for the away team here at the Bernabeu.
Well, they'll all take a caution on that Valencia bench at the moment. They won't care. They're very close to a win here. Mbappe's cross is cleared for a throw. Pepelu stays down and Rudiger drags him back to his feet because he knows full well, as we all do, that Pepelu's playing for time. But the referee went to his pocket there. In the end, I think he didn't pull out the yellow card for Rudiger. The throw is taken by Mbappe. Rodrigo.
Last cross of the game.
In it comes, and it goes out for a goal kick, and the Valencia players believe that they've done it. Let's see what happens when Mamardashvili kicks this. This leaves the gap between Real Madrid and Barcelona at 3 points, and it can become 6 tonight if Barcelona beat Betis, which is the 9 o'clock Spanish time kickoff. Out it comes from Mamardashvili, and there goes the final whistle. An extraordinary away team performance from Valencia, Paul.
Oh, what a result for them. I don't think anyone predicted that result, but it just shows you when it comes to the run-in for the season, you can be playing teams that are fighting for their lives. You know, you're going for the title, but they're fighting for their lives down at the bottom. And that's an incredible result for them, considering their history at this stadium and the kind of season that they've had. But fair play to them. Fair play to the coach, Corberan. He set them up really well tactically. The players delivered that, especially in the first half when they were so solid. And you know, they scored 2 good goals, a really good set play. And also, obviously, that smash and grab counter-attack goal at the end as well. So, great victory for them.
Well, smash and grab it was. They've grabbed all 3 points. Their first away win of the season. We're going to
Ngapain lagi anjir? Itulah